Why is brand building important?
You want to know what it will take for this business to break even.
Need plus action equals value.
You sure? Understand the market that you are operating in.
How do you make sure that you are successful?
And what happens should you preach?
What one thing could we improve?
Start with why.
Come.
Come.
Journey with us.
Welcome to the Bank Windhoek Business Banking Masterclass, where business makes sense. My name is Chumi Obonna. I work for Capricorn Group in the strategy department, and I'm the senior manager of strategy for the group. A business strategy is a cohesive set of choices around what a business will and will not do in order to win in the markets in which it wants to compete. When we talk about a cohesive set of choices, we mean choices that make sense together. For example, a business that makes clothes out of expensive materials should probably also pursue customers that are not very price sensitive. We also talk a lot about choices in business strategy because nobody has unlimited time, money, and energy. And so we have to prioritize and make choices around what we do and what we do not do. A good business strategy should answer three questions very clearly. Who are we serving? And that's about defining our customer. What are we offering them that they care about and that they are willing to pay for? And how are we different from our competitors? And this is about keeping a sustainable competitive advantage and standing out in what could be a crowded market. A good business strategy is important to help to drive focus from you as the business owner. It helps to also communicate to other stakeholders, like a bank that will loan you money, employees that may want to join you, and other stakeholders, what is important to this business and why they should support this business's mission. Let's jump into how we set long-term business goals. It's often the case that a business is started in the arena in which you, the founder, have a passion. And therefore, the long-term business goals or the ambition and purpose of a business can be shaped by what you would like your business to look like when it is sustainably and successfully achieving its purpose. You can ask yourself questions like, what products and services would you have in the long term when you are achieving your long-term business goals and satisfying your customer? How many different markets are you in? What is your brand known for? How would you like your employees to feel and to behave within your company? How would you like your employees to treat your customers? These sorts of questions help to set a long-term business goal, which can be defined in the business purpose and the business ambition. The next question is, what do I need to achieve this year or this quarter or this month to move closer to that big goal? Good short-term business goals are often specific and practical, and therefore they should increase clarity around what you need to do and not reduce it. They are often measurable, and therefore you should know when you've been able to achieve them. They're aligned to strategy and help the business to make progress towards its long-term goals. Also time-bound, and they set very specific targets within a short time frame. And finally, they're few. Typically, one cannot in a new business take on 20 different tasks at the same time and succeed. Let's talk about strategic research and action planning. So after setting up the short-term goals of the business, there are three sets of things that are important to know. First of all, you need to know quite a bit about your market and your customer, or what kind of business or what kind of person or group of people this is. What problems are your customers trying to solve that your product or service is going to help them with? How do they discover, buy, and use products similar to yours? This tells you how to go to market and where to find these customers. Are their needs and behaviors evolving and changing over time? A pro tip to take note of when getting to know your customer and your market is that you should have some real conversations with some real customers. Desktop research and online research is good, but it's important to speak to a few people and have open conversations and let their minds flow to where their problems are and how your solution can help them. Secondly, you want to know quite a bit about your industry and your competitors. The first thing that one wants to know there are who are the major players and competitors in this space. What do you know that your competitors don't know? Is there regulation? Are there licenses to obtain? And is there certification? What is changing fast? Change favors new players and stability favors incumbents or existing businesses. So you're looking to take advantage in a new business of a change. You want to know how hard or easy it is for a new business to enter this market. A pro tip in this space is to study the top 3 competitors. You can get a lot of information about what the industry and the playing field looks like. And thirdly, you want to know quite a bit about the economics of the business that you're about to start. First, you want to know the sort of pricing model that you'd be running. Secondly, you want to know what it will cost you to deliver your product, service or service model to the market. Third, you want to know what sort of price you're going to have to charge in order to break even and make a profit. You also want to know what the biggest risks or costs in your business are that could potentially sink your business, so that you are aware of them and can make plans to mitigate them. And finally, what it will take for this business to break even. A pro tip in this space is to go online and do some online research, because there are many averages available online. Averages, ratios, you can use them to be able to estimate what your business costs and profit margins are going to be. We want to move into execution, and you want to start. Choose something to begin with. It should be one of the most difficult aspects of your business, and get it done. This proves to you and proves to other stakeholders, like a bank that may give you a loan, an investor that may invest in you, employees that you want to attract. This proves to them and to you that this business can work. Let's talk a little bit about crafting a business plan. So first of all, what is a business plan? This is a written roadmap that explains what your business is all about, where it's going, and how it plans to get there. So while your business strategy is your game plan, your business plan is the communication of that game plan to any stakeholder or helper that you may have. The key components of a good business plan, given the purpose of a business plan, are an executive summary. That's basically a one-page overview that summarizes everything in the business plan. Market and customer insights, and this aligns with what we talked about earlier around knowing your customer. A section in your business plan around the industry and your competitor insights. Business ambition and goals. Strategic action plans, execution and traction. Describe the short-term goals that the business has and the action plans around those. Financial plans. And these are your estimated costs, your pricing, your expenses. Essentially, does this business scale well? The team and its capabilities. We want to prove that this team is able to start, manage and grow this business. Risks and mitigation. That you are taking active steps, or that you will be able to take active steps to prevent your business from failing. In conclusion, this masterclass has been around business strategy, why you need one, and how to set both long and short-term business goals. We've also talked a bit about how to begin execution. Finally, we talked about the need for a business plan and what that can help you with, especially in terms of communicating to other people the business idea that you have. Thank you for joining us this episode. Catch us next time for more expert advice to help elevate your business. Come, journey with us.